Here at the IDTechEx show here at VerdanTech, and who are you?
My name is Andy Ed. I'm with VerdanTech, and what VerdanTech is we are a sales representative for two very interesting companies. For one from Sweden, which is dry phase patterning.
And this is DP patterning, is what it means? Dry phase,
dry
what does
phase
that mean?
patterning. What it means is, alternatively to chemical etching, alternative to chemical etching, you would use a cutting wheel to remove material selectively from a laminate, much like this one here. So you start with a flexible metal laminate. In this case, it's a aluminum that's been coated with copper. So you can solder to it. So you can use the dry phase patterning to make antennas or LED arrays very easily and inexpensively. And we have a demonstration of that here. We have a coil and an LED array made by DP patterning. And so if you place this over a Qi charger, you'll see that the LEDs light up.
So what's the advantage of doing it this way?
The advantage is to a number of things. One is, and first and foremost, is to save money on your devices, essentially. The other is to shorten your lead times. A lot of PCB shops or even printing has multiple steps that are needed to do the process. And so if you compress it to a single step with DP patterning, you can make parts within half an hour or less. And you can do these parts not just in small volumes, but you can do them in several hundred meters to kilometers of material.
2 kilometers. So
Yes.
what kind of machine do you have right now to do all this?
The machine is it's a roll-to-roll equipment, and it consists of an unwinder, a cutting wheel, and a rewinder. And so that one goes up to 350 millimeter in width. So it's very compatible with SMT, a surface mount technology process, and all sorts of other things. But yeah.
Where is that based? Sweden?
It is based in Sweden, yes.
And what's the other one you have?
The other one is the film manufacturer, Anita Coatings.
And where are they based?
They're based in Israel.
And what's special about them?
They make the copper-coated aluminum. So what's special about that is it is very inexpensive alternative to a copper laminate, which is very common with printed circuit boards. However, if you want to solder to aluminum, you need to have something intermediate layer between the aluminum and the solder. So that would be the copper layer. And so what they do is they take an aluminum laminate like this, and they would run it through a chamber where a vapor deposition would occur. And then in the end, you're left with a laminate now you can machine with dry phase patterning, and you can make your coils and your LEDs.
So is there a lot of customers right now for this, or?
It's growing for sure. We're definitely a startup, but there's a lot of customers in RFID, especially ultra high frequency. We have a group called Muhlbauer, which is promoting that. Other companies that that you know pretty well. There's some large companies for LED out there, and they're very interested in starting to do small productions with us. Yes.
All right. So, and VerdanTech, where are you based?
I'm based in Houston, Texas. So,
all right. And what's the vision? Where is it going to be, all this?
Well, it's hard to determine, but I think it's going to be anywhere you see large volume of projects or products such as like IoT, so Internet of Things. You need a central nervous system to collect all the data, but you need lots of small sensors, and you can't spend a lot of money to do that. So you want to make these things conform to the surfaces, the tables, but you also want to do it inexpensively. So that's where we come in.
The walls.
Everywhere. It has to be ubiquitous, right?
Ubiquitous, everywhere. There's going to be trillions of IoT devices.
And if you make trillions of these IoT devices, they can't cost too much, otherwise you couldn't put them everywhere.
And your method of doing is going to be the one that wins? Or what's the other ones?
The other ones, there's additive manufacturing, right? There's printing. Maybe 3D printing would be competitive with that. The problem with that is the speed, I believe. Their speed is much slower than what we can do.
You're much faster.
Much faster.
You can do kilometers or miles.
Yeah, miles, and we can do them all. We can do them all.
You can do lots of these very fast, and very precision is going to be good.
Yeah, the precision compared to, I suppose, printing and PCB etching, the line width you can go to is not quite as good. but for most of these LED and antenna applications, it is more than enough.
Oui.